Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your coffee addicted gamer DrChiz here on this fine Tuesday morning. It's not that fine. And I'm bringing you some Brink gameplay, which is the game that just came out at midnight, 12:01 Tuesday morning. Yeah, I didn't wait out for it. I just went and picked it up because it wasn't a big title, and thank God, because there was only 5 people there when I went to pick it up, and I had a lot more fun playing group Pictionary with K-pop and Eat My Addiction. But I'm gonna try and give a first impression / review of this game. It's not gonna be fun. You might want to cover your ears. It's not gonna be a whole lot of candy, sugarcoating, ass kissing, because I was very disappointed with this game. Now, I'm gonna try and not make a lot of Call of Duty comparisons, but I wish people would get off of that issue, because Call of Duty is the benchmark of first-person shooters. I mean, you compare a new competitor to the best there is currently, just like if a new soda came out on the market, you'd compare it to Coke, or a new coffee joint, you'd compare it to Starbucks. So I'll just try to analyze the game as it stands by itself and what I experienced with it. Oh, excuse me. And boy, was this game a huge disappointment. I was so hyped for this game, and playing it just shattered my hopes for a Team Fortress 2 clone for console. The artwork may look a lot like Team Fortress 2, but it doesn't play like Team Fortress 2. This game is sort of fast-paced, but not really because of the deaths. Now, that's my first pet peeve right there. A death in this game gives you 2 options. Now, you can either sit and last stand waiting for a medic to throw a syringe at you to revive yourself, or you wait anywhere from 7 to 20 seconds to join back in with your team at the localized spawn. Oh, and by the way, if you didn't know, everyone in this game has last stand. Now, you can't shoot or move while in it, but you can wait there as long as you want, unless an enemy finishes you off by putting like a whole clip into you, which is just ridiculous. It takes a clip to kill, and then a clip to finish someone in last stand. But you can go ahead and sit there as long as you want to be revived, unless you do get killed, like I said. But it's really more of an annoyance than anything, because not a lot of people run the medic class. Frankly, I wish I would just die instead of sitting there. So, like I said, dying is my pet peeve right now, because it's like waiting for a Greyhound bus downtown. It is the longest fucking waiting time ever. Hell, I think dying at the beginning of a round of Call of Duty Search and Destroy and waiting to respawn is a lot quicker. Now, you have your 4 preferred classes. One is the medic, which he throws syringes at people that I mentioned were in last stand down, and that person has to heal themselves by holding whatever button is. Mine is LB, because I switched it to the Call of Duty layout. Now, I don't know what the medic does in certain game points, but he does like follow around a particular dude in one objective and heal him and help him walk through. Don't know that game mode, but that's what the medic does there. Also, the medic can use health buffs, which he throws at a teammate by holding X, which is my appropriate button, which I think a lot of people are going to be using. There's a layout in there called Duty Calls, which is the Call of Duty default layout. And health buff, what it does is it makes your life meter longer, so it gives you a longer life, which is kind of nice. Now, the soldier, which is what mainly people are playing as, and myself also, they throw ammo packs at people so they refuel their ammo, and they explode different doors, which is an objective. They have to explode the doors to access different areas, and they can also refill their own ammo supply whenever they run out of ammo by holding that left bumper button. For me, sorry, I'm gonna stop saying that. Now, the engineer builds, repairs, and upgrades everything in the game, and what's good about him, if you've got a nice engineer, is he can also upgrade your teammates' weapons to do more damage, which is a good perk in this game. And also, he can plant hidden landmines, which I have not seen used yet, because not a lot of people run engineer, but it's nice when they do, because they always upgrade my gun. Then there's the operative, which is the spy from TF2, and he hacks mission objectives and disguises themselves as the enemy, and they can spot hidden landmines by the engineers. I really haven't seen this. I've heard the game announcer shout out that there's an operative somewhere nearby, or a spy, but I honestly haven't seen anybody running around or killed anyone, so I don't think that's the big class. I think the main class is going to be soldier and medic, if anything. Now, the selling trademark of this game is it says that everywhere you should be doing a lot more moving than shooting. Sorry, I can't talk right now, it's really early. But you should be moving more than you're shooting. Well, moving in this game is like carrying a dumbbell through quicksand while a dog is biting your pant leg. Honestly, it's more clunky than a Battlefield game. The jumping and vaulting, or I should say lack thereof vaulting, is slow and doesn't always work, which is really annoying when trying to get out of those sticky situations. Now, the smart button, which, before we get started, is the same button for sprint, so that I'll get into that later. So like I said earlier, there's a layout called Duty Calls, which is the default Call of Duty layout, and you can switch it obviously to tactical, which I haven't done yet because I just wanted to start playing. But to sprint, you tap the left analog stick, and to use the smart button, you hold the analog stick, as if you were running in any normal Call of Duty game. Now this turns into an annoyance because you soon get over the initial confusion as to train your brain to only tap to sprint, but when surrounded by a lot of those enemies, you go into that primate panic mode of Call of Duty of what you know, and you quickly press down on the stick to run and get the hell out of there, which works. You do sprint, but as soon as you hit like a small wall, you're suddenly sliding all over the place and climbing over objects that just get you killed in the long run. So the smart button is really a bad feature. If anything, it's really a bad selling point. Now, I know it was just night one when I played this, but I had a lot of lag in playing this game, and you can actually see me lagging at several points in this particular gameplay. But lag in this game is no fun. There was actually a point where I killed someone, had to stand still as I slowly watched someone approach me and take their time killing me. It's a lot worse than Call of Duty frame rate lag, that's for sure. Especially with the clunky feel of this game, it's not a good matchup. Now, the melee system in this game, it's a melee, it's not a knife. You hit with the butt of your gun, like in Crisis 2. But I haven't figured it out exactly because it's really bad, the melee system. If it's a 1 or 2 hit kill, I'm almost positive it's 1 hit kill, but they get knocked down or something like that. I didn't really go into the linguistics of it because every time I've only used it several times and it works successfully. The other times I'm chasing someone as they slowly back up and shoot me in the shins, because there's no auto aim to help you find or aim your melee at them. There's auto aim in COD, if you didn't know that, for the melee even. And there's also no lunge assist, which with connection issues, you need a little lunge assist. Not like Commando, but you need a little, and there's just none in this game. But if you don't know, the game's multiplayer are sort of like mini missions from the single player. So the objectives, can't talk, sorry. So the objectives in this game are pretty long because they're like story-based scenarios. And as you can see, this is a long gameplay. I don't know how much I have to speed up because I don't plan on talking for bullshit if I'm done with my commentary. But this is originally a 12-minute gameplay, and that's on the short end of the spectrum. Every other gameplay can go from anywhere 15 to over 20 minutes. I've got so many files, it's ridiculous. It's because you're given around 12 to 20 minutes. Look, it says 18 right now in the top corner, but at the beginning it said 12. You've got a long amount of time for each team's objectives, and it switches like in Search and Destroy. And depending on the game type, and if you have a bad team, you'll just spend those minutes going, trying to kill people, dying, and returning. And it's seriously no fun. I had to bail out of a game because we were going for like 23 minutes, and then there was still another 7 minutes to go. I just realized I'd been running into the same area and getting 2 kills and dying. So, not a lot of fun. So, honestly, I recommend you play this with a team or a group of friends. Maybe the gameplay experience is different. I'm sure it does. Hell, I'm positive that it'll go by a lot quicker if you have some friends or at least an organized team with you. But otherwise, you're going to be there for a while trying to clear that objective. Which it doesn't. It highlights the objective for you. I was going to say it doesn't, but it does. So there you go. I didn't really touch on this, but the game does have abilities for your customized character. And I didn't touch on it because I don't know how exactly they work or how you use them in the game. I don't know if they're like attributes that are just on your dude and they work automatically. But unless you're there's like a universal group and then specified for the class you like to play. And I recommend saving your points because you have to purchase them with these special tokens. Recommend using them only for your preferred class because the universal attributes, which is what I'm calling them, look kind of useless on what they do. They don't do a whole lot, so save up your tokens for that if you plan on playing this multiplayer for very long. I know I probably won't. And since this is like TF2, there's a lot of this game has huge customization. Like you can change everything. My dude has acid burn marks on his face. I don't know why somebody thought of that, but it's cool. So clothing, appearance, attributes of the body, all of that is customizable, including the actual physical body type. Now you start out with a normal one, but what you unlock later is the heavy one, which is like the demolition and I think machine gunner in TF2. And it's a huge dude, and he's big, which makes him an easier target, but it also means he has a lot more health, and he can take a lot more damage. So That's the positive side of that. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, there's the lightweight, which is like, I want to say the scout, which is the little dude who runs around with a baseball bat in Team Fortress 2. And he can run really fast and move around very quickly. But the downside is, since he's so small, he can only take so much damage before he's on the ground being pumped with lead. So that little stuff like that matters, but the core gameplay is what you really need to look at here. And it's not that fantastic. I forgot to state this earlier, but the scoreboard, which is accessed by pressing start in-game, not back, like in COD. Sorry, another comparison. I know, oh my god. It only shows the experience you've earned so far in this match, as well as the connection, which is a lie. I've been told many times I have a full green meter, not bars, meter, and I'm lagging all over the place, but it only shows your experience, and the whole game is based off of experience. Everything you do rewards you, which is a nice feature. So you level by supplying your team with ammo or assisting in a kill. Even just standing around doing nothing, if you're by the objective, you gain points for technically guarding the objective. So everything you do in this game rewards you, which in turn gets you leveling up a lot faster. So that's nice. I like that about the game. I like games that don't require you having to kill hordes and you get it off like working together. I mean, it's a nice concept, the whole working together thing, but I don't know. But sorry, I'm being redundant now, but like I said, it doesn't show you your kill death at the end of this game. It only shows how much experience you've earned. So if you want to know how much you actually got, you're gonna have to like count while in your head, because I don't think you can access it anywhere, and they did that on purpose because the whole point of this was to be a team-based game, not a kill horde solo dolo kind of thing. But I went back and counted, and I actually went 32-4, which is an 8 KD, which is not bad if I do say so myself for a game I really am disliking so far. But I mean, I only played it for one night, so I'll play it later, and we'll see if my judgment changes on that. So anyway, that was my Brink review / first impressions video. Do I recommend buying this? If you've got a lot of extra cash, sure, pick it up. But if you only get like, I mean, what he says, like 3 games a year, even 5 games a year, I really wouldn't pick this up. It's got a lot of flaws in it, and it's just not that amazing as it was hyped to be, and I'm pretty disappointed with it actually. So hope you enjoyed the gameplay at least, because it was pretty rape fast with triples and stuff. But I'm done. I'm going to enjoy my coffee before I rage at this game some more. You all have a great day. I'll talk to you later.